Alrighty, thanks for joining us here at noon. Weather continues to be a top story for us here in central Indiana. We actually saw some light snow cover overnight. Meteorologist Sean Ash, he's here tracking everything for us as we prepare to head into the weekend.
Yeah, and a cold weekend at that, although we're going to briefly get into the upper 30s here this afternoon. Got some snow around right now. It's fairly light, but some snow burst perhaps later this evening, Felicia. And also want to get you updated on accident that just happened here within the last 15 minutes. This is going to be I-70 westbound near Sherman on the east side. Serious crash there that you can see that IFD is on the scene with EMS. So we will keep you updated. Our desk is on top of this. Hopefully there's no serious injuries, but we'll see how this all plays out. Now, we'll take you from there, get you over into west side here. This is near Lebanon, State Road 32. See some flakes of snow kind of flying around there. And that's within this little band of light snowfall. We'll call it light. Notice the temperatures have shot up well into the middle 30s. And even behind this, we've got above freezing temperatures in central Illinois. But this is going to be the little second wave of snow. We had the one overnight. And then we'll look westward, the third one popping up with this upper disturbance over Iowa. And that will bring in some scattered snow burst later tonight and into your Saturday. This is the vantage point from Bunker Hill right now, where we've had a little coating of snowfall. If you're going to the ball game tonight at the field house, yeah, I definitely would take the winter coat. You're going to need it in and out. 7 o'clock tip with those snow bursts popping up. More on the weekend ahead in a few minutes in the forecast.
All right, thanks a lot, Sean. Now to the courtroom. This afternoon, a Hendricks County judge is sentencing a 20-year-old man to 40 years in prison for killing a state trooper. Eddie Jones pleaded guilty to charges related to the death of Trooper Aaron Smith last November. In exchange, prosecutors dropped the murder charge against Jones. Jones crashed his car into Trooper Smith as he put out stop sticks in June of 2023. Today's sentencing includes a 50-year fixed sentence, 40 years in prison, and 10 years of probation. And right now, Metro Police are investigating on the city's near northeast side after two people were hurt in an early morning shooting. This happened around 1:15 this morning on 33rd Street and Colorado Ave. Police say that's where they found two people shot. Both were taken to the hospital, and at last check, the victims were awake and breathing. Now, just yesterday, police were investigating another shooting on this same road. A man was sent to the hospital in critical condition in what police are calling an accidental shooting. It happened while a group was playing a card game. A 27-year-old woman was arrested in connection to that shooting. And a fifth person is under arrest in connection to a Delaware County vehicle fire and homicide. All of this started back in December. Delaware County Sheriff's deputies were called to a vehicle fire on December 14th. After putting the fire out, the human remains were discovered inside. It's believed they kidnapped a man from Indianapolis, burned him to death in the car. That victim has not been positively identified. Last month, police arrested Amira Saponte and Randall Moon Jr. They face multiple charges, including murder, arson, and kidnapping. Amy Singas and Megan Sloan are both charged with aiding in those crimes. And Indiana lawmakers pushing back against who carries out death penalty executions in our state. Republican State Rep Robert Morris says he's got support for this bill to make these changes. Statehouse reporter Emily Longnecker has more on how this will impact our criminal justice system.
Well, under Representative Morris's bill, it wouldn't be prison staff who carry out an execution, but members of the General Assembly, legislators who volunteer to do it. This isn't the first bill dealing with the death penalty Morris has filed. Last year, he had one calling for Indiana's death penalty to be repealed altogether. That bill never got a hearing. This session, Morris's House Bill 1287 would require the prison warden to form an execution team made up only of Indiana legislators who volunteer to be on the team. Names of the lawmakers on it would be public. If not enough were willing to volunteer, the execution wouldn't take place until a full team of legislators was available.
We should really leave those executions to the men and women that pass that law. Don't push that horrible act onto a state employee. Put it right here in the General Assembly and let members who actually want to carry it out and do it actually follow through with those actions.
Morris's bill isn't the only one this session dealing with executions in Indiana. Republican State Senator Mike Young has a bill to use a firing squad to perform executions. Republican State Representative Jim Lucas has a similar bill that also calls for lethal gas as an option too. And House Bill 1287 has been assigned to a committee, but it hasn't received a hearing yet. The bill has one co-author and another lawmaker who signed on to it. Morris says he continues to garner support for it daily, so we'll see if that support is enough to get the process moving for this bill. At the Indiana Statehouse, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Thanks, Emily. And lawmakers are also proposing a bill that some say would criminalize homelessness. So this is similar to a bill proposed last year, which ultimately failed. The proposal would make it a misdemeanor to camp, sleep, or shelter long-term on property owned by the state or in a city. Anyone found violating those rules would face up to 60 days in jail or a $500 fine. The bill would also make it illegal for local governments that do not enforce the rule, making it a requirement for local police to report how many people are arrested for sleeping in public places. And your child could soon need written permission to log into social media. It's another topic at the State House. State senators are trying to push forward two bills to reshape the digital space for young Hoosiers. And they would require age verification and parental consent for minors on social media. Both bills advanced this week in the Senate Education Committee. 95% of kids ages 13 to 17 report using at least one social media platform. Over a third say they constantly use it. Supporters of the bills being considered say they can help protect kids, but critics are worried about privacy as well as enforcement. Under the same proposal, teen social media accounts would also face an overnight curfew limiting access during late-night hours.
Well, the season has really just been a blessing. It's something that nobody expected, and since last year, I guess, and it's just been a wonderful ride. We're really happy to be a Hoosier.
Indiana's been so great this season. They've had season tickets forever, and I've had season tickets forever, and they haven't been this good, and I've been on to the bowl games. They've smoked like every team, and it's been great this season. Finally being the Natty, it's been so great.
Okay, there you have it. Clearly, the fans are pleased and the fans are pumped. IU Hoosiers are heading down to Miami today, and some fans are starting their trip early, too. We caught up with them at the airport. It wasn't hard to spot that crimson and cream, folks repping their university. The IU Marching 100 also getting in some final practice runs before heading to Miami for the College Football National Championship. The band has served as the soundtrack to the Hoosiers' historic run at a national title. Remember, though, we are your home for the Hoosiers. Dom and Eli are leading our coverage alongside Sam Johnson and Dustin Grove. Sunday night, we'll have an hour-long special streaming from 6 to 7 on WTHR+. Not 6 or 7, 6 to 7. Ahead, a sheriff's department is raising some concerns over Montgomery County Recovery Center. We'll tell you why they say they're getting an alarming number of calls from the facility.